Hello there, good evening and a warm welcome. This is Rupavahini News.
Hello there, very good evening indeed. I'm Sean Mascarenas.
And I'm Imran Surya.
President Mahinda Rajapaksa commenced his 4-day official visit to Kenya. The president arrived at the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport yesterday evening. This is the second time that President Rajapaksa is visiting Kenya. On arrival at the airport, the president was warmly welcomed by the Kenyan President Uhuru Kenyatta, Deputy President William Ruto, Secretary to the Cabinet Ministry of Foreign and International Trade Amina Mohammed. A gun salute was also offered.
ජනාධිපතිතුමා නයිරෝබි නුවර එක්සත් ජාතීන්ගේ කාර්යාලයේද නැරඹීමට නියමිතය. සංවර්ධනය වන රටක පිහිටුවා ඇති එක්සත් ජාතීන්ගේ
Bilateral talks between the two countries will be held on Saturday at the State Palace in Kenyan capital Nairobi. Several bilateral agreements covering trade, tourism and cultural matters are scheduled to be signed. The president is also to visit the UN headquarters in Nairobi. This is the second largest UN office. The president is expected to meet the Director General of UN headquarters, Mrs. Saleh Sevde. He is also scheduled to hold discussions with the heads of the UN Environmental Programme. The president will also attend the Sri Lanka Business Forum and will meet the Kenyan business leaders. The president also laid a wreath at the monument of the late Kenyan President Jomo Kenyatta. The First Lady, Madam Shiranti Wickramasinghe Rajapaksa, also joined the president's visit to Kenya. She arrived at the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport yesterday evening and was warmly welcomed by the Kenyan First Lady and the diplomatic representatives of the Kenyan government. Minister Professor G.A. Piris, Deputy Minister Geethanjana Gunawardena, the Chief Minister of the Uva Province Sashindra Rajapaksa and the monitoring MP of the Ministry of External Affairs Sajin Divas Gunawardena and the Secretary to the President Lalit Veeratunga also joined the president's visit to Kenya.
In the meantime, the President Mahinda Rajapaksa and the First Lady, Madam Shiranti Rajapaksa, attended the Golden Jubilee celebrations of the Kenyan Independence Day as special invitees. The state function in this connection was held at the MOI International Sports Complex in Kasarani area of the Kenyan capital of Nairobi. Kenya received independence from the British imperialists in the year 1963. The country has prepared the largest celebration so far to celebrate the 50th anniversary of gaining its independence. President Uhuru Kenyatta hoisted the national flag and planted a sapling and started Independence Day celebrations on Tuesday midnight at the Uhuru Gardens. Presidents Goodluck Jonathan of Nigeria, Joyce Banda of Malawi, Jakaya Kikwete of Tanzania, Joseph Kabila of Congo, Isaias Afewerki of Eritrea and former Kenyan President M.Y. Kibaki, the Deputy President of Kenya, William Ruto, joined President Mahinda Rajapaksa at the Kenyan Independence Day celebrations.
The President of Zambia, wishing your eyes. Will offer during that particular time, and
well, the acceptance date of complaints relating to missing persons from the northern and eastern provinces for investigation under the Special Commission has been extended up to the 31st of December. The Presidential Commission inquiring on this matter said that this decision has been taken considering requests made by people and various institutions. The date of accepting complaints to the commissioner appointed by the President Mahinda Rajapaksa was fixed earlier as 30th November. The commission has been empowered to inquire into about the missing person or persons from 10th June 1990 until 19th May 2009 from any parts of the country in the northern and eastern provinces. Upon a basic study on the complaints, meetings to make inquiries from the people will be held in the northern and eastern provinces. The dates, venue and other details of such meetings will be announced through the media. In addition to this, it will be announced through the district secretaries, divisional secretaries and Grama Niladhari officers. The Presidential Commission inquiring on the missing persons has been established at 9/8 Suranimalam Place in Colombo 6. Further information can be obtained by telephoning 011 2199 944.
In other local stories, the National Freedom Front has requested the government to take legal steps for removal of powers that encourage separatism from the Provincial Council. The chairman of the National Freedom Front, Minister Vimal Weerawansa, points out that if this is not done, that local and foreign powers will attempt to destabilize the country. The minister elaborated on this matter at a media conference held in Batramulla this morning. Chairman of the National Freedom Front, Minister Vimal Weerawansa, said that when attempts are being made to forward proposals against Sri Lanka at the Human Rights Council sessions in Geneva, Sambandhan has informed Mr. Yasushi Akashi that they are going to start a peaceful struggle along with the people of the North. Accordingly, a conspiracy against Sri Lanka has been set in motion in the international arena. Therefore, the minister said that they request the government to understand the situation and take necessary action expeditiously against these conspiracies.
Well, several thousands of South African people pay their last respects to the late founding leader Nelson Mandela. The body was lying in the state today as well as at the Union Building of Pretoria. The body was kept in the Pretoria Army Hospital last night and it was taken back to the Union Building this morning. The people rallied around on either side of the streets to pay their last respects to the late leader. The members of the Mandela family said that it is their intention to allow as much as people of their country to pay their last respects to the late leader. Several world leaders, including the Cuban President Raul Castro, paid their last respects to the Mandela's body today. 95-year-old Nelson Mandela passed away early morning last Friday. The funeral will take place at his hometown, Kuno, on Sunday.
The South African government in the meantime informed that an extensive investigation will be carried out on the using of a bogus sign interpreter during the service held for the late leader Nelson Mandela. It has been pointed out that the appearing of a person of this caliber amidst a large number of world leaders was a serious security breach. A person named Henrietta Sulu participated for interpreting on sign languages about the service held for the late Nelson Mandela on Tuesday at the FNB Stadium in Johannesburg. This person standing near the world leaders during the American President Barack Obama interpreted their speeches in the sign language. It has been alleged that the signs he made were incorrect and were beyond the views expressed. Professional sign interpreters have informed this to the organizers of the function at the time of the ceremony. It has been found that what Sulu expressed by sign language was completely different from what was stated by the speakers. It has also been reported that what he represented was sometimes related to a recipe and completely different from the speeches of dignitaries. The professionals point out that the interpreter even lacks basic knowledge on sign language. The audiovisual organizations throughout the world have expressed their objection to South Africa in this connection. In response to this, the person has said that he faced such a situation due to heavy mental pressure. It is reported that the company which recommended him for this role has fled the city.
Pope Francis has received high ratings from the Catholics in the United States. A survey indicates that 92% of the Catholics of the United States favor Pope Francis and 95% of them support the Church. The Washington Post reports that the popularity of Pope Francis has marked a huge increase from 77% of favor enjoyed by the previous Pope, Pope Benedict. 94% of the Catholics who identify as moderate or liberal has favored him compared with his predecessor. The Washington Post points out that Pope Francis has triggered a huge wave of interest since becoming Pope in March, swelling crowds at his weekly addresses, generating millions of social media followers and becoming the focus of countless articles written around the globe about his welcoming approach to the Catholic faith.
In other local stories, a large number of ancient paintings have been discovered from the Madhavasala building in the premises of the Sri Dalada Maligawe in Kandy. The Dean of the Archaeological Division of Peradeniya University, Director of Archaeology, Dr. D.K. Jaratna, said that these paintings belong to a certain era of the painting art history of this country. After construction of the Dalada Maligawe in the year 1592, the media The Madhavasara rather building was constructed during the Kandyan Kingdom era. When the conservation work for preparing it as the Biso Museum was being carried out, the color samples of the wall appeared. It was a reddish color design and it was different from the traditional designs. The researchers informed that it is a design made by using a mold, and the Central Cultural Fund informed that in the conservation of paintings at the Sudumpala Rajamaha Vihara in Kandy in the year 1998, similar flower designs appeared on the walls. The researchers informed that future experiments could decide on the time period of these paintings.
Minister Rajitha Senaratne says that getting the release of the Sri Lankan fishermen under custody in India has been delayed due to the interference of the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister. The minister emphasised that despite hindrances, all steps will be taken at diplomatic level to get the fishermen released. There are nearly 200 fishermen and 36 vessels in custody in India. The minister wants the fishing community to refrain from entering the Indian maritime zones under any circumstances. He said that the operations were taking into custody of Indian fishermen entering the Sri Lankan maritime zone has also increased. Under such an operation, 110 Indian fishermen and 15 multi-day vessels were taken into custody yesterday. The operation was carried out at the Alampiti Sea area in Mullaitivu. Addressing a media conference at the Information Department, the minister said that the interference of the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister in the fishermen's problem have become a big problem for the Indian central government as well. Minister Rajitha Senaratne said that when 5 Sri Lankan fishermen enter the maritime territory of India, 5,000 of them enter our territory. He said that when some Indian fishermen were released requesting the reciprocate the measure by them as well, it was not done by India. The minister said that there is no problem with the central government of India and it is innocent in this issue. He said that it is the Chief Minister of the Tamil Nadu who politicized the issue, and he said that the vessel owners of the Tamil Nadu politicians. The minister said the Indian central government has pointed out that this is not a fisherman's issue but a political issue. Mr. Johnston Fernando emphasized that no one will be permitted to increase the prices of essential goods during the festive season. The minister warned that stern action will be taken against the traders who increase the prices of goods. The minister made these comments in Parliament today, participating in the committee stage debate of the Ministries of Cooperatives and Internal Trade and Fisheries and Aquatic Resources Development. The minister said as soon as the milk food companies submitted their proposals for increase of prices, they have hoarded the stocks of milk powder. He said that all milk food companies will have to register their warehouses and stores within 24 hours, and a gazette notification will be issued enabling to search the warehouses. The minister also stated that no one will be permitted to increase prices of essential goods during the forthcoming festive season, and it will not be allowed in the month of April as well. Even next year, the stable prices will be maintained.
The Buddhist Revival Report with proposals included for safeguarding Buddhist rights and Buddhist basic tenets have been released. It has been presented to the Agamaha Pandit, the Most Venerable Dildana Jnanisara Nayakatero. The function in relation to the releasing of this report was held at the Vidyalankara Piravena in Palyagoda yesterday. The set of proposals has been prepared in connection with the 150th commemoration of Anagarika Dharmapala. The report contains many matters, including proposals of revival of the Buddhist culture, re-establishment of Buddhist villages destroyed by the Western aggressors, and safeguarding of Buddhist rituals and traditions. Proposals have also been included for getting legislature enacted for long-term purposes. The report points out that justice should be instituted for persons who were killed by the white imperialists during the period of 1818 to 1848 in respect of forceful acquiring of lands to the families that suffered because of human massacres. At yesterday's function, it was emphasized that people should focus attention on the contents of the report. The Chancellor of the Kelaniya University, Venerable Professor Balamitiave Kusaladama Thero, said that life and religion of the people of this country are not two different and separate things, but integrated as the bark of a tree. He said that without religion, the life of the people will become mere hollow. Venerable Dr. Indrajay Dhammaratana Thero said that there is no need to challenges being directed against the Sasana. He said that many challenges are being made to the members of the Mahasangha through the internet, and there are many activities being carried out to destroy the image of the Mahasangha.
රූපය විනාශ කරන්න ස්වාමින් වහන්සේලාගේ සංස්කෘතික භාවය නැති කරන්න අද වෙනකොට මොනතරම් තර්ජන ගර්ජන එනවද?
Several members of the Mahasangha, including Venerable Professor Bellana Vimalaratana Thero and Minister Vimal Veeravansa, attended yesterday's function.
Well, plans have been made to establish 10 botanical gardens covering all parts of the country by the year 2016. The Ministry of Botanical Gardens and Leisure Activities said that the objective of the project is to provide leisure facilities to the people and to safeguard the biodiversity of the country. The Secretary to the Ministry of Botanical Gardens and Leisure Activities, Willy Gamage, addressing a media conference held at the Information Department this morning, said that the Peradeniya Botanical Gardens earned an income of 380 million rupees last year. The Mirichavila Botanical Garden was declared open last month. 2 more botanical gardens will be established in the Madapata area of Piliyandala and in the Ulukku Ovita area in Avisavela. The work of establishing these botanical gardens will commence early next year. The new botanical garden will also be established in the northern, eastern and northwestern provinces. More than 2.5 million people visited the Devala Zoo and the Pinnavala Elephant Orphanage each year. Another zone of the Pinnavala Elephant Orphanage will be opened next year. A safari park is to be established in the Ridiyagama in Hambantota district. Mr. Gamage said that Sri Lanka Handicraft Board, which was to be closed down, has now been transformed into a profit-making institution. The Secretary to the Ministry of Botanical Gardens and Leisure Activities, Willy Gamage, said that this sector was completely dilapidated before the year 2008. The main centre of the handicraft industrialist of this country, the Laksala, was in a situation nearly closing down. However, under the encouragement and inducements given by the government, this situation has been changed and the Laksala has now become a profit-earning institution.
The International Conference on Advances in ICT for Emerging Regions was concluded at the BMICH today. Participants from several countries attended this 2-day conference. There were 112 submissions to the conference and 8 workshops and tutorials were also held. The conference provided a platform where research done in ICT was presented by both local and foreign computer scientists and IT professionals. Representatives from several countries including Germany, Australia, Sweden, Japan, New Zealand, Taiwan, United Kingdom, Singapore, India and Sri Lanka participated at the conference.
Our guest of honor, Dr.
The conferences in the past as well. We value your support.
For the special effect of classroom. But I want you to look at
the inauguration ceremony.
So I think I see some of the industrial sponsors here. They also, the Chancellor of.
The Secretary to the Ministry of Postal Services, Hemasiri Fernando, addressing a media conference held at the Information Department, said that the income of the Sri Lanka Postal Department this year has exceeded 5,300 million rupees. The Postal Department is the oldest service institution in the country. The staff strength exceeds 26,000. More than 4,400 people receive services from each postal office. The postal network is the largest integrated project in the country. The department is now being linked under a network project at a cost of 640 million rupees. 50% of the working process have been completed now, and the Postal Department has earned more than 280 million rupees through software service programs. This institution has helped the department to increase the income compared to last year by over 600 million rupees. The Secretary also said a program of supplying high-standard postal stamps to the international market is also being implemented. The Secretary to the Ministry of Postal Services, Hemasiri Fernando, said that steps have been taken to issue high-quality stamps to the international market. Accordingly, the Philatelic Bureau has been modernized to provide an efficient service to the people.
Well, the funeral of the Chief Sanganayaka of the Mathara and Hambantota Division and the Chief Incumbent of the Kadigamua, Sri Pushparama Vihare of the Walasmulla, Venerable Uruboke Medankara Thero, was held at the Sri Revata Vidyalaya grounds in Kadigamua today. The late Venerable Thero was 98 years of age. The late Medankara Thero was born in 1950 in Uruboka and entered the Sasanaya under the guidance of Venerable Katuvana Revata Thero. He attained Upasampada at the Upasampadagara of Malvatur Vihare in 1936. The late Thero became the Sanganayaka of the Hambantota Division in 1971. A large number of members of the Mahasangha and laymen attended the funeral.
Amasha Damoadana with the latest from the world of sports. Pakistan won the first 2020 match between Sri Lanka and Pakistan by 3 wickets. The match was played at Dubai International Cricket Stadium last night. The toss was won by Pakistan and they elected to field first. The Sri Lankan team scored 145 runs for the loss of 5 wickets at the end of the scheduled 20 overs. Angelo Matthews scored 50 runs in 34 deliveries. Lahira Thirivanna was not out 23. Sohail Tanvir took 2 wickets. The Pakistani team, chasing a target score of 146 runs, reached the target of 19.1 overs. Shahid Afridi scored 39 runs in 20 deliveries. Lasit Malinga took 3 wickets for 26 runs. The second 2020 match between two teams will be played tomorrow.
Avoiding the fielder, and he takes it on second attempt.
He gets the paddle out. And he picks up 6. That's it. Not wasting any time, Shahid Afridi. He's been brilliant. He bowled well.
The school teams that won in under 15 and under 18 hockey tournament in Malaysia returned to the country recently. The under 15 boys team won a silver medal while the girls team won a bronze medal. The under 18 team also won a bronze medal.
Good night.